here each summer for the National Tractor Pulling Championships. Well, today, that same atmosphere is in the air as the monster trucks come to the Wood County Fairgrounds. Get set for rough and tumble action as USA 1, Carolina Crusher, and Awesome Kong head the field doing battle in the Buckeye State. All-stars of the Renegades TNT Monster Truck Challenge. Welcome to America's Heartland, Bowling Green, Ohio, for a night of monster truck racing here at the Wood County Fairgrounds. Hi, everyone. I'm Stan Rhoads. Glad to have you join us here for Trucks and Tractor Power on the Nashville Network. And I'm glad to have joining me the man who used to drive Bigfoot, Rich Hooser. And, Rich, tonight we really do have kind of a playoff atmosphere.
That's right, Stan. Now, everybody knows Bowling Green, Ohio is known for truck and tractor pulling. And these monster truck drivers want to win these fans over here tonight. And to do so, they're going to put on one heck of a show. That's what we're going to get. We got some guys like USA 1. Now, last year in 1988, he had a state-of-the-art truck as far as chassis design and horsepower. Now, these other guys are building new trucks this year, okay? Say King Crunch. He's got a new truck. He's trying it out. It's built just for racing, and he's doing real good. Now, you got another guy, Dave Wyzorek, with Nightlife. Now, he didn't change his truck at all, but he's coming on real strong because I think he's got a little bit of driving ability.
All right, let's go down to trackside and check in with TNT Motorsports' Mike Goss.
I've been to the National Tractor Pulling Championships here in Bowling Green for 3 years now, and believe me, it is the happening in truck and tractor pulling. More than 70,000 motorsports fans from across the country come here to party, to camp, and to watch 400 of the best pullers compete. How will these diehard fans react to monster trucks? I think the two sports go together very well. If you can appreciate the American ingenuity in pulling, then you'll appreciate the ingenuity that's in these monster trucks. There's lots of power here, just like tractor pulling, only it's used a little differently.
Thanks very much, Mike. Now, Rich, here's a truck we haven't even seen or talked about. It's the fastest qualifier. It's a new style of monster truck that's being built. This one being driven by Jack Willman Jr. called Taurus.
That's right, Stan, and this was designed by Dave Cook. They're in Illinois there, and the way this truck is set up, it's a lot like the Mint 400 racers. Now, with a 4-link suspension, there's no leaf springs on this. It's got a coil overload shock. As you can see by the way this vehicle handles, it's going to work out real good with this racing.
Absolutely, 7.42 seconds. Good run for Jack Willman as he goes over that second jump. Let's go down right now to Mike Goss.
Taurus is your fast qualifier. Now, Jack, we haven't seen much of you out here on the Renegades TNT Monster Truck Challenge. Looks like you've got a real nice racing truck. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it's a brand new truck. It was just built this year, and it's especially made for this type of racing, so there's no excuses. It's up to me driving it, and I think we have the truck for the capabilities.
I understand it's very light.
Yeah, it's one of your lightest trucks out there. You know, it's in the range of 8,000 pounds, which most of them is lucky to weigh 10 or 12, so, you know, it's a pretty light truck.
Now we're all set to go in Bowling Green with the newcomer Taurus, who will be taking on veterans like Stomper, driven by Marvin Smith. Round one action begins right at Fairgrounds in Bowling Green, Ohio. The crowd is quickly settling in for round one activity. It'll be Taurus in a bye run, and then No Problem versus Mr. Twister, Carolina Crusher versus Stomper. And moving on, Mad Dog versus King Crunch, USA 1 versus Nightlife, and Awesome Kong versus Black Stallion. And there you see, pulling up to the line, David Christensen in Mr. Twister.
Sam, Mr. Twister is a little new to the circuit here. I haven't seen him run too much. He's got a 460 cubic inch Ford motor. He's got 5-ton axles with planetaries.
And then in that 1989 Ford Bronco, John Moore in No Problem.
Now, John Moore's come a long way this year, Stan. Last year, he wasn't doing real good, but this year, I tell you what, I was impressed by looking at this truck. He's done a lot of work with this truck, and it's going to run good. As you can see right now, he's got a great hole shot coming out there against Mr. Twister. In between a set of cars, he's just taking off with some speed. He clears a few of them cars and comes across the finish line. It's going to be John Moore with the win.
That looks like that short wheelbase paid off for John Moore.
Yeah, without even being on a turning course here, he's done excellent here. And Mr. Twister wasn't going to give him a break. Right here, looks like he might have been going to be able to catch up to him a little bit. But right there, John Moore just leaps some few cars, come across the finish line right there.
Well, the next race, we're going to be Carolina Crusher. Gary Porter out of Wadesboro, North Carolina. young man, age 27.
Now, this is one of my mom's favorites. Now, she's from North Carolina, and she roots for him. But now, Stomper here, he's one of my neighbors.
Well, that's driven by Marvin Smith out of Arnold, Missouri.
Now, this ought to be a good one. These guys are pretty equal in horsepower. They're both running Chevrolets. They both got Chevrolet engines and a lot of horsepower. Let's see what happens. I think Carolina Crusher's got a little bit of jump on him there. But it looks like Stomper might be able to catch up right here, but it don't look like it. It looks like Carolina Crusher's going to take the win.
Yes, indeed. Carolina Crusher takes the win.
Now, as we can see right here, Carolina's got the jump on him. He comes across the first set of cars just a little bit ahead. Now, this is surprising here. Stomper's got a lot of horsepower, and he should have been able to catch up. But that new motor in Carolina Crusher lets him take the win.
And there you see Scott Stevens out of Woodlands, Texas, driving King Crunch.
Now, this is a new truck this year. He's got all fiberglass body, a new engine, and a lot different stuff with his suspension.
And, of course, John Breen in Mad Dog, that 86 Chevy Blazer.
Another neighbor of mine, the Breen Boys Racing Toys, and these guys are very competitive. And now Scott Stevens got this new truck, and he's not really sure on how it's going to run. Let's see how he does against the veteran here. They're coming across the first set. They're pretty well side by side. Looks like Mad Dog's got a little bit of a lead on him on the first set of cars. Well, Stan, I don't know. This was real close.
This one is close.
Let's see here what happens. Okay, they hit the first set of cars pretty much side by side. Now, it looks like Scott's going to be able to take the lead here, but look, Mad Dog hits the cars first and comes across, but it looks like Scott Stevens beats him in the air.
Rich, it looked like something was coming out of the back end of King Crunch. Let's see if we can take a look at it again.
Yeah, I noticed a little bit of smoke earlier, Stan. It looks like there's some fluid coming out. I'm not really sure what it is. Let's check with Mike.
It's got lots of liquid underneath the truck. What was the problem?
Well, we just, again, tonight we're having, last night we were too low of a gear. We got the gears right. We just turning the motor so hard and spilling a little crankcase pressure and blowing the head gaskets out again tonight. But once we get the transmission working, we'll be okay.
And round one action continues with USA #1, driven by Rod Litzow, the 1988 points champion. He's going to take on Nightlife, driven by Dave Wyzorek out of Grand Island, Nebraska.
That's right, Stan. These guys have run together before. Now, USA 1 usually beats them. I haven't seen Nightlife beat him yet, but that's not going to intimidate Dave Wyzorek. He knows what it takes, and he knows what he has to do if he wants to beat Litzow. Now, Litzow's going to have to keep him on all fours if he wants to win this, because Wyzorek ain't going to let him take it for nothing. But it looks like USA 1's got to win. He takes it in the air. Now, let's see if we can see this on the replay. It looks like USA 1 got a little bit of a jump on him. But I tell you what, Nightlife here gets down on the ground and starts to catch up. But all that horsepower that USA 1's got enables him to take the win in the air there. But it looks like Wyzorek didn't let him take it for nothing. He just kept up right with him.
Well, Rod, it's a win, but it sounds like, do you have a little engine problem or something?
Well, we're still working on making some adjustments on the carbs and that, but we're getting a little closer now. We're running a little faster times, and I think, one more run, I'll get it, because I'm shifting in different spots and we're experimenting out here, but now we'll be here to go.